dog pants through a ball held firmly in his mouth.
What have you got there, boy?
He relinquishes the ball. It is well chewed and slick with drool. His eyes track the ball avidly. He shuffles on his paws, ready to chase after it.
Come on then, boy. Are you ready? Are you ready? You on this? You on this? Fetch.
Come over here, boy.
Shadow Heart. We're playing fetch. There you go. He's a good boy, eventually.
Amicus animalis.
Who's a good boy? No matter what our troubles, we always have Scratch.
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me, while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gate deception.
You're right. We should ignore this dream figure at all costs.
A wise choice. These parasites are a threat to be destroyed, not an opportunity to be exploited.
I agree. I don't trust them.
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me she was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it.
I had the same dream. A similar visitor, with a similar message.
Very curious. In all my readings on the effects of illithid parasites, I've never come across any accounts of correlating dreams between infected parties. Another unique quality of our predicament, perhaps. Are you inclined to take these visitors at their word?
I'm not sure. Such an apparition has its own motives, whatever it told us.
Nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy suspicion in such matters. Still, it might be wiser to keep an open mind on the matter. Our visitors' promises of aid might yet bear valuable fruit.
I don't trust them, Gale. I just don't trust them.
I had the strangest dream last night. There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads.
Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream.
I did.
Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us.
I don't trust it. We should avoid using these powers.
Is there a reason you're such an utter drip? I mean, do you have some sort of condition? Honestly, it's like you hate good news.
Did you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun?
If you want to use them, Astarion, I won't stop you. But I don't trust them.
I had a dream last night. A vivid one. And so did you, judging from the way my tadpole is tingling. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. Tempting as these powers sound, we should recognize this dream for what it is, the tadpole's little trick. No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers conjured up by illithid worms.
We should have as little to do with these tadpoles as we can.
Well said. This dream figure is no friend to us.
I'd like you to join me.
I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space.
Gale will take his leave.
I like how you think.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones?
Maybe.
Don't play coy. It happened to you as well, didn't it? It's all over your face. Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole, use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess, in the waking world or otherwise.
I don't trust them either. I won't be using them. We have a long day ahead of us.
Cry out! I'm not enough here! That is not what I meant.
This should be fun.
The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it. What? No ripping me to pieces? Weird. Just keep quiet.
Bet you couldn't make him sing either, could ya? I'd swear he was mute if I hadn't heard him scream so much.
Told me everything I needed to know.
I'm watching ya. Spike promised that any meat that falls off is mine.
Whoops.
Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine.
So I see. Do you have plans for this pigeon?
Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya?
I was admiring him. I'd like one of my own.
Then catch one on your own.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I've taken a shine to this one. How much do you want for him?
More than you've got, mate. I likes him. But, how much do you got?
This much.
Hey! I could buy a Bagoonie and pigeons with that much! Here's the key. Pigeons all yours.
Over here.
Look at this! I'm quite saved! A joy to see a familiar face in such a precarious setting. I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons.
You know what else lives on for eons? Gold. You owe me.
Oh, what's a bit of metal between allies, I'll do one better. Tell me where we can meet each other once we've slipped the goblin yoke. And I'll offer much more than gold. Knowledge, my friend, is priceless.
Slip the yoke? How do you intend to do that exactly?
An invisibility potion, my friend. A bit less refined than your mendacious method, but by God, it'll do the trick.
A fine mess you landed yourself in. How did you get caught?
Why, by design, my friend. How better to learn the ways of a people than to live among them? I dare say the experiment has proven most fruitful, too. I'll be happy to share my findings once we've found somewhere safe to parley.
Go to my camp. We'll talk there once we're both safe.
Smashing! Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear. See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick your brain!
Good for him.
You been cooking rats in here?
smell. You look like you could kick the ass of half the scrubs in here. Bunch of drunken layabouts. No me, though. I'm hard as they come, and I'm itching for another fight.
I fight for the Absolute. I carry her brand on my skin.
Good on you, pal. Next raid, I'm gonna spill some guts in her name.
Steal something, or write the bollocks, will ya? I'm itching to throw someone in the brig. It'll be fun, I promise.
Maybe.
That's a friendly-looking shadow. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Here to see the bear? Just follow the noise. Wargs have been going crazy for it. Just hope these scraps will satisfy the bunch when they're in this state.
Where is this bear?
Don't get distracted now.
See? It squealed! Hit it again!
Keep your hands steady, 3.
Stop them! Free me!
Again! Again! Make it squeal again.
What the hells are you doing?
We're juicing it up. The beast came in here with those robbers, killed Dink and Mince too. Boss is thinking of serving it to the wargs.
And it makes funny noises. We made it squeal. Look, you'll see. Give me that rock. I'll show ya.
Leave him alone.
What here? Get lost if you can't stand a bit of roughhousing.
Release me! Get rid of them!
I want no part in whatever torment you're about to cause.
You chose. You die with them.
I chose nothing. Shit. Well, not ideal. I didn't want to be fighting a bear.
That's pride.
I guess I have no choice. That's probably not the best place to stand against a bear.
The guard! Get the guard!
Solid hit, Will. Well done. I knew you wanted to help.
Very well.
That won't work.
What won't work? Why do you bother me? That bear is a man. It's the druid.
Onward.
We have no choice.
No time to waste.
Make it clean, Will.
This once a living bear is now a dead elf. You fear the worst. Could this be the archdruid of the Emerald Grove?
A dead elf? The druid Halsin, most certainly.
He won't be of much help to us now.
If there's any hope of finding a cure, it's not here. Not any longer.
Bears turning into elves.
See that?
Should have set me
Bloody
on
hell,
fire.
they so magic of bear elves, and they didn't stand
Well,
a chance.
that may have turned our hand.
Blessed us. That's why.
Anything of use? Breathe deep and move.
That makes the choice for us.
Bet it's nice being a drow, strutting about like your arse is made of diamonds.
Maybe it is.
You with that other drow what's been bossing us around? We're working.
Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise Maglubiet.
You know Maglubiet, a tyrannical deity who treats his goblinoid followers as slaves.
Trying to interrupt my prayers? Scared of a real god? You're as goomless as the rest of them.
Comless. I'm not the one behind bars.
They'll turn on you soon enough. Then you'll be wishing you was in a cage. You'll end up being supper for the spiders or the wargs.
And why did they turn on you?
'Cause I'm loyal to Maglubiet. 'Cause I ain't having my head turned by some upstart god.
Gods are fickle. Maglubiet doesn't give a damn about you.
Maglubiet's looked out for me since I was knee-high to a walk pup. Bollocks to this absolute, I say, and bollocks to you and all.
Don't get too
Longing for small spaces, stone walls hugging close, confining. There is a light here, in the tight space beneath the floor. Secret things that shine.
The Absolute's might on our side. Someone speaks against us.
The temple. The night song.
How many raiders do we have?
Plenty of lashers, loads of hunters, and a few pariahs.
Report, and make it quick. Organizing these creatures tests my patience.
How did a drow come to be commanding a tribe of goblins?
They are flocking to the Absolute. In sufficient numbers, they are an effective force. Expendable and willing.
The prisoner gave up his secrets.
Tell me what you know. The Absolute will reward us with such power if we find this place.
Here.
So close. Their fate is sealed, and you will be instrumental in the slaughter. Go to their refuge and make your way inside. As a friend.
I don't have the most trustworthy face.
They're half-devil refugees. Nobody wants them. A drowning creature will cling to a blade if nothing else is offered. Be that blade. I will gather a raiding party and move into position. You will open the gates from the inside when the time is right to strike. We will cleanse the place of infidels and burn it to the ground in the Absolute's name. And then we will be the first among her favorites.
The masterful painting she depicts of the massacre awakens you hungrily.
Stop! I'm growing aroused.
Control yourself. You are as uncouth as the goblins. The slaughter at the Grove will not begin until you have prepared the way. You must make your way inside. Once I am in position, on your signal, we break them. And when they are dead, the Absolute will reward your faith. As will I. For the Absolute.
Gods damn it all! To the Grove, quickly! We can't let it fall to these vicious bastards.
But the slaughter.
It is
Yes, your ladyship. We won't let you down.
The blood, the screaming, the mayhem, the chaos. The slaughter. It will be glorious.
Found our prey. Back off.
Quickly, to the Grove.
I'll give it a shot.
Why did you leave, Master?
All this death. The smell of blood is everywhere.
You hate me. And I don't blame you.
I do not hate you. I am ashamed that your machinations spread.
Watch the door. Parasites have been altered. Just in case we need it. Okay.
Something's on my mind.
I hear you brought Koga back from the brink. My thanks. But what about your other mission? Any word on Master Halsin?
No, not yet.
Please hurry. For both your sakes.
I will. Okay, let's rest while we have the chance. Volo, you made it, good chap.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company.
What do you know about mind flayers?
Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking. The druid Halsin had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close.
And the parasites. What do you know about them?
As a matter of fact, I do. But why do you?
Not only have I encountered a mind flayer, I've killed one.
That can't be.
I killed a mind flayer in its lair on board a nautiloid.
You're either an excellent storyteller, or you've experienced something quite exceptional. Tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter?
Malaise is one word for it. More like psychic transference.
Curious. Illithids, their technical name, form a hive mind. One shouldn't be able to hear their dark whispers. Unless
you've been infected with one of their parasites.
That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now.
If only your disbelief could alter facts.
If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flayer? Huh, ridiculous. Isn't it?
Examine me. Find out for yourself.
Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim. If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods!
I want rid of this thing by any means necessary.
If we managed it, we'd have a specimen of incredible rarity on our hands. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Are you sure you can sort it? Oh, Volo, it might be worth saving you after all. Now we rest.
Looking at something.
Just looking. What are you doing?
I'm looking too, but not seeing very much. Another quirk of my affliction.
Do you miss it? Seeing your own face?
Preening in the looking glass. Petty vanity. Of course I miss it. I've never even seen this face. Not since it grew fangs and my eyes turned red.
It's for the best. You've not exactly aged gracefully.
Aging? What do you mean, aging? I'm a vampire. Forever young.
So is the tadpole causing all that saggy skin, or...?
What are you talking about? My skin isn't... Is it? Excuse me.
Lazella told him he had saggy skin.
Ever since we shared each other's flesh, I've caught you looking at me with lidded eyes. And either like a coward or a fool, you tremble. Perhaps the parasite has weakened you. Or perhaps you still long for my taste.
I have been hoping we would spend the night together again.
I never promised more than a night. Though I can't deny the lure of your taste. Sweet, yes. But also bitter as ginger. Tempt me.
Deep down, you like me more than anyone else here.
You are exceptional amongst our pack. You are clearly their leader, and they look to you for guidance. That I admire. Very well. I will claim you once you have taken to rest.
Only if you promise to stick around for a cuddle afterwards.
Why would a lesser act spark greater desire in you? Overheated grappling that wastefully eats into time better spent resting our muscles.
You've never done it before, have you?
And you've never strangled a Berbeline with your bare hands. I'll keep your request in mind. Perform well, and perhaps I'll consider it. Enough! I have given you my word. Do not be late.
Then I will see you later.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I was wondering about that mighty lord you told me about in your story.
Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel. And with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
So, at that moment in time, all magic was gone?
For a spell, Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
I'll leave you to your thoughts. Can I trust you? Whatever path we choose, whatever happens tomorrow?
Lae'zel appears at your bunk, her eyes raging with desire. You suspect you won't be getting much sleep tonight.
Well, that was... something.
Ah, my good fellow.
Has your research turned anything up that might help with this parasite problem? As you wish.
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep, just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
This sounds like a bad idea. How many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
Doesn't fill me with confidence. But if this will remove it, do it.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle. The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push. Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it!
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick.
You're a fucking madman.
Volo slowly brings the ice pick closer to your eye.
Now, don't move.
Cold
Wait.
metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then, tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run.
I don't want it to...
I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
My eye, you...
Drat.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
I will fucking kill
There appears
you.
to be an amount of cosmetic damage.
You knocked my bloody eye out.
Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible.
Partly?
Perhaps there is something more I can do. Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were chained to. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend.
You... I will kill him if I see him again. Okay. We should move.
Go away!
Lathander to light, Selûne to guide, Kelemvor to show mercy. What is it? I'm busy.
Mind if I join you in your prayer?
I do mind. This isn't exactly my bravest moment. I'd rather suffer it alone.
I knew I smelled the stink of cowardice.
Better if you die in combat than live on as a coward.
Mrag. Of course I'm going to die. But I might as well get my hands dirty before that. See you during the fight.
I hope you will, friend.